Maria Vorontsova, daughter of Vladimir Putin, opens up in rare interview. Maria Vorontsova, daughter of Russian President Vladimir Putin, recently did something very rare. She spoke out in an interview with the non-profit MedTech Moscow. During their meeting on December 16, 2022, Vorontsova, an endocrinologist, mainly discussed medical achievements and her own interests in literature and the arts. The interview received a lot of interest on the Russian social network Contact, but it has only gotten around 10,000 views on YouTube, due to Russia's continued military participation. Vorontsova's statements during the interview, in which she characterized Russia as a human-centric society that places a premium on the value of human life, have provoked skepticism and criticism. Users on X, previously Twitter, and other social networking sites have brought attention to the apparent inconsistency between her claims and the actual situation of the dispute. Francis Scarr, a journalist for the BBC, made the following observation: "I wonder if those swept up in her father's partial mobilization and sent to the likes of Bakhmut or Mariinka would agree." American military analysts have calculated that Russia has lost 87% of its pre-war soldier strength since the war began. Vorontsova portrays Russia as a country that values human life, but this statistic shows otherwise. As with Katerina Tikhanova, Vorontsova has kept a low profile in public, and the Kremlin has been very protective of their private lives. Due to the secrecy surrounding her name and family ties, neither Vorontsova nor her ties to Putin were brought up during the interview. Vorontsova used the interview as an opportunity to talk about her interests outside of work and her hobbies. According to her, "For us, the value of human life is a supreme value." Given the continuing conflict in Ukraine, which has caused immense human suffering and losses on both sides, her comments have subsequently been criticized. The Prime Minister makes an appearance in Kiev and the UK takes part in strikes on Houthi targets in Yemen. It is undeniably a day for powerful British military diplomacy. Additionally, as Rishi Sunak pointed out, it sends a clear message to Vladimir Putin that the UK will not let itself be sidetracked by Middle Eastern events and that its dedication to Ukraine will not change. It is necessary, considering that the much larger, most recent $60 billion aid package for Ukraine is still pending in the US, and that the EU is also attempting to find ways to satisfy Hungary and release the €50 billion in funding it has set aside for Kiev for the following 4 years. A wide variety of weaponry is required by Volodymyr Zelensky, but persistent air defense capability and an abundance of drones should be his top priorities. For this reason, the security deal between the UK and Ukraine has set aside £200 million for what is ostensibly the biggest shipment of drones ever sent to Ukraine. This year, drones will play an important role for both Russia and North Korea. Russia has a reliable source in Iran, while North Korea supplies ammo. Defense expenditure in Russia will quadruple in 2024, reaching 6% of GDP, as the country's armament factories go into overdrive. Because of this, all sides in Ukraine should pitch in to aid Ukraine.